Hi guys, it's Von from Vonnie Media, a digital marketing agency here in Australia, and I'm here to tell you how you can go from 100K per year as a business all the way up to $10 million per year in sales. Let's do it. So if you right now own a business and you're earning round about 100K a year, you've pretty much guaranteed yourself a really great product market fit. So one, congratulations, you're amazing. And two, you now need the tools and the growth levers that will enable you to succeed. And I've got 3 to give you that will get you there. First of all, you need to know who your primary target customer is and actually build a persona around them. What do they do for a living? What do they like to do in their spare time? Like, who are they in essence? And actually build that out, because you're going to then funnel everything that you do in your business to then get around more of those types of people. The funny thing about humans is that they want to hang around people who potentially have similar traits to them themselves. With that in mind, we just need to get in front of more of our type of customer and almost get the referral and the word of mouth from that type of customer as well. Once you have written out exactly who they look like, what they're about, it's about now tailoring your content, marketing activities, and all of your website landing pages, in essence, everything that you do, to this type of target persona. So that will mean that from there, you're going to take all of what you've learned from that bit and also apply it to organic and paid marketing efforts as well. Next, you want to be looking at your yearly sales. As humans, like I said before, we're very repetitive, very predictable beings. And so we do things like we'll shop more at Christmas, or we'll have more of a Black Friday sale. It did kind of spook me because I just didn't know where you were. Anyways, what I was saying is that as predictable human beings, we can then use that to our advantage when we're building a business. For example, obviously we know that Christmas gifting is like a really great time of year, or your Black Friday seasons, but there's also opportunities elsewhere, whether, it's July and people get their tax returns, particularly that younger demographic, and then therefore that could be an opportunity to really make some noise and invest some money into content and marketing during that time. I do encourage you that from knowing your audience, you'll also know how they'll behave throughout the year. And then from there, you're able to then make the wise decisions on where to invest your time, money, and effort to then generate the best results. Number 2 is that getting sales is one thing, and you could be at a really exciting point in your business, but what you do need to have a hold of and really make sure you forecast well is your stock. There is nothing worse, and I've seen this happen time and time again and experienced this myself, where you'll order in a bunch of stock, things will go really well, you run out of stock, and then therefore you lose a lot of momentum and also kind of lose a lot of the hard work and brand equity that you've gained over time. So it's important, very, very important, especially if you're looking to increase and go from 100K per year to 10 million, that you're really forecasting your stock and really focus a lot of time and attention here. Knowing your numbers, knowing your cost per acquisition per customer as well, to make sure that everything kind of aligns well in that kind of space of sales and ordering stock, etc. And I think as well, really assume that things are going to take a lot longer than what they do. I think it's super easy when we think that we've had maybe a smooth run or two with our stock that things are going to work out okay, but life is full of surprises. So whether things get stuck at sea, stuck as soon as they land in the docks. And the third, and probably the most important one, I wanted to leave this one to last, is that you need to obsess over the customer experience. On Joe Rogan's podcast, he mentions a really great saying that he goes by, and in the sense that when you become so obsessed with something and put all of your focus into that area, you may look like you are completely mad, but there's going to be absolute greatness that comes with it. Linking it back to that customer experience, if you are caring so much about this part of the process, and this part of the process can sometimes appear unscalable, like it can kind of appear low value or something that you'll get to, or it's good enough the way it is, but if you are not the king of this in your industry, that is where you're going to actually fall the most behind. There's nothing better than, like I said before, about getting more of the customers like your customers. And the biggest way to do that is to make sure that that customer experience is key and is king in your process. So make sure that you're doing everything in your power to make that customer service experience absolutely amazing. From every email touch point that they have with you, to little things from order confirmations, to the way that the box looks, to the unboxing of it, to text messages that you send them, to the social media engagement that you provide for them. I think that there's an amazing example that I listened one time. It was on a Gary Vee podcast. I was in hospitality and this guy owned a restaurant. If someone was a brand new customer, and upon asking, a waiter would ask them, is it your first time here? If they didn't recognize the person, they said, yes, it's my first time here. This person would get a different colored napkin than everyone else. And with that different colored napkin, they knew to deliver extremely incredible service to this first timer and be able to provide them, say, with a free dessert or something that just really blew their mind. so that then they would come back a second time. If they came back in a second time after coming back in obviously from their first time, they actually get a different coloured napkin again. And then therefore they can really develop and nurture that relationship further if they're a second timer. And then of course you can have them all the way up to your VIPs and etc, etc. And I thought this was a really great example of like how you should be treating your customers online. If you're never talking to them or giving them such a beautiful, unique experience, they're just gonna kind of dissipate and not really engage with your brand there onwards. So it is integral that you're making sure that it's part of your strategy. This happened to me. I attend a local cafe where I'm based, and they asked for my name the first time, and the second time they knew my name straight away. Ongoing, all of the team just knew who I was, and I found that really kind and considerate, and I would always and only go there because I felt like I'd developed such a deep connection. And I want you to think the exact same way for your customers and for your business. I do believe that when you give out, say you give a freebie or you give this unique experience, you get them involved in the business, you're doing something called reciprocacy, which is essentially just giving so much without wanting to receive anything in return. Therefore, they really feel like you've given so much more than they've given to you in that sense of what they've exchanged the value for, that then they come back time and time and time again and give that word of mouth spinning, which will lower your customer acquisition costs and of course skyrocket your awareness and your traffic, which is how you grow in the end to getting to 10 mil a year. As you're growing, it's definitely not going to set you up for longevity if you are not proactively getting reviews, because I think when it comes to considering a brand and also the brand's equity, more reviews the better to be able to then solidify its value in the market. So in summary, if you're a 100K year business or thereabout and you're looking to get to 10 million or 5 million, let's start, these are going to be the levers that get you there. These are the overarching principles that you need to apply. If you want to have a chat to us, come connect. This is what we do to help out brands. If not, have a great day and I will see you in the next video. Bye. First off is that user-generated content provides such great social proof for your brand. I don't know about you guys, but before I purchase anything from, say, an apparel and fashion brand or anything from homewares, like I want to see where people have used this product themselves or what people talk about the product. I just need a lot of information to kind of verify and trust this brand.